New weekly challenge. I think this one's going to be a good one because all of these are kill all walker types missions. The leader for this week is Jesus, he's not Jerry, but he ain't great. I'm just going to bring an all warrior team just to liven this up a little bit, I guess. Jesus, I think he would probably use that kind of wacky weapon. He's definitely not such a great character, but yeah, just use him until, well, you need to switch to something like Sasha, Yumiko, and Mercer. Oh, flippin' egg. Okay, that's completely on me, but yeah. He's managed to get himself injured already. My fault, I know. Plus, I'm deliberately using a rather suboptimal kind of team here. But, Go on, Jesus, make it back. Go on, there you are. What is with that slow little shuffle there? So, what is there to say about these missions? Well, not too much. Kill all walkers. This should be quite a pleasant set of missions. There's been some really rough ones recently, but there's good characters available for this last stand. It's a good weekly challenge. There's no Guild Wars on, which, Guild Wars can certainly sort of take up a lot of your Walking Dead time. This is a good opportunity to see if you can get a personal best. See if you can get a best tally of scores for yourself, for your guild, whatever. Because this should be a pretty easy set. All we're going to do is have a look at the maps. So here we go. Already something interesting. We've got some humies to deal with. Let's get some stuff on board that will make short work of them. Having Jesus as the leader of a pair of armed characters is kind of pointless, really. What can you do here? I mean, you could bring some bruisers. It's not a bad idea. Or warriors with maces. They're like mini bruisers. They will stun those humans if you smash them against the wall. And they already start backed up against the wall. Do we have any walkers, anything sort of coming in? No. So the tricky part on that one is definitely going to be dealing with the humans. What you might want to do is engage them one at a time from distance. Make them come to you. Certainly with the melee characters, if you cripple them, then they're pretty useless. Setting humans on fire is very effective and fun. And it looks like you're going to have at least one ranged character, so you're going to have to sort of stun him or something before he can attack you. You could certainly use tools, stun grenades, just throw a stun grenade in that little fenced off bit where they start. Make a mess of them. Through the wire. Okay, I remember this one. Yeah, I'm going to keep the same team. This is definitely one where ranged characters are a better choice. I mean, really, if you've got it, that glorious burnout rifle that I'm just using there, it's a pretty handy one. That and anything that will cripple the enemy, as is very often the case in almost all circumstances. Being able to cripple the enemy is just fantastic. Being able to pick them off from any range kind of is just about as good, really. But why? We're humans. We have guns. Why not use that advantage? Don't want to use Jesus on anybody because these are burning walkers. If a melee character hits a burning walker, they injure themselves. It's not a good look. Pretty simple one, that one, definitely. Lots of bunched up walkers, area effect weapons, things like decimators, shotguns. Lots and lots of good stuff out there. Yeah, definitely engage from range, cripple, ignite, blast. And really, if you've got the Sasha, Yumiko, Mercer team, you should be able to breeze through these missions, even at very high difficulties. They are not set up in the Walker's favour. The Archives. Let's keep it interesting again. Let's go back to our all-warrior squad. Now, again, I'm not recommending that you use this team. This is probably actually a relatively ineffectual team. Although, I mean, in a situation like this, it kind of works out, doesn't it? Of course, with Tyrese, every walker's going to be taking damage. And their movement is limited to 1 square. They're also tightly packed that, unless they're a tank or something, you can just smash those walkers against the wall. So, funnily enough, maybe that wasn't such a terrible setup. On higher difficulties, ranged characters are going to really struggle to kill those walkers before they get to them. If you have a character like Ezekiel, he's going to preemptively attack anyone who tries to attack him. So, the point is, if you're struggling with what you think is the perfect setup for a challenge mission, try mixing it up to something that perhaps you don't even think is going to work that well. It might work better than you think. In the compound, kill the walkers. Looks like we've got some tanks. Tyrese, you're probably going to be doing the heavy lifting here. Kill all walkers. That is just... I love seeing that. Doesn't mean that there's zero challenge, but that's probably the easiest mission type that you're going to face. Let's get you down here. Tyrese, bug out. Okay, Ezekiel can just smash that tank to pieces. And then here. Am I coming around to the idea of maybe negating my own advice? Perhaps actually these maps, melee classes, might actually be quite beneficial. If you have something like Bruisers with the Riot Shield, which you can use to... can't remember what it's called. They do the thing, herd, where you can herd walkers. You'd be able to just get them in a big clump. Sure, they'd still be alive, but they wouldn't attack you or anything. You'd be able to get so many of them with 1 charge attack. And they just leave you the hell alone so that you can pick them off at a time of your choosing. Tyrese, he's got that ability that creates a big circle that harms anything that comes through it. Takes off percentage of their hit points. Beth does something similar as well. Anyone within the circle has a boosted attack. I don't know. Maybe now is the time to try some classes and some characters that you wouldn't normally use. Except for Jerry. Never use Jerry. I mean, you got to admit, melee classes they are kind of fun to use when you can find an appropriate situation for them. Obviously, at these low levels, I mean, nothing's really going to be that much of a challenge. But later on, you know, even though it's kill all walkers, you're still going to have to think about your tactics. But there you go. That's all of the missions. Now you know what lays ahead of you. But I think this is a fun set of missions. These aren't going to take forever to do. They're kill all walkers. You just kill everything and you're done and you move on. There's not like a billion objectives or anything like that. fairly small maps. You should be able to breeze through these and do it quite quickly. So why not set yourself a challenge? Why not try and get a personal best for yourself and for the guild? If you do have any dramas, then please do let me know, and either I can help or somebody else can. But that's it for now. As ever, thank you for watching.